PropNex。所以很多人就问我，sell in May go away，没有发生哦。所以我之前跟大家说过sell in May go away 并不会发生哦。上几期研讨会我有跟大家分享过，不一定会发生在5月份哦，你还记得吗？所以那时候如果有些朋友在5月的时候卖出他们就会后悔莫及后悔莫及。So it's a very interesting, all right, because sell in May and go away does not happen. And then my friend asked me recently, will that happen in June? So that means sell in June and go away. Will that happen? All right. I do not know personally. So that's why I say always look at the chart to decide, okay, when to sell and when to buy. Agree or not? OK， 因为每一次都会有不好的这个报道关于股票市场每一次你看到新闻你就害怕，你就不敢买股票可是如果你看图表的话其实你会比较容易做决定是否要买进或者是卖出。So it is true that there are many bad news previously, about inflation, interest rate, right? And then followed by some recently the debt ceiling, that actually caused the concern for the investor not to buy the stock. In fact, there are many people miss out the opportunity, and then they just begin to buy when the price already shoot up. So that's why I say in my interview through 958, you have to be careful right now because the US market is too hot. 所以现在这市场尤其是美国股了美国股太热门了很多这个散户那时候他听从这个不知道谁了sell in May go away， 他们就在5月份卖出股票可是他们后悔after 卖了过后他们很后悔，然后最近他们买进，可是他们买进的时候其实在高点，所以高点是非常危险的。所以如果你可以看到我的做法，其实我希望说我能买在低点所以你上这个研讨会是有原因的，所以我希望说你每一个星期都可以来然后我可以跟大家分享，因为每一天股票都在改变如果你每一个星期来这个线上研讨会的话，你是有好处的。所以 that's why 我跟大家分享说，你能的话带你的朋友一起来我们有 send 那个 link 给你然后你可以把这个 link 发出去给你的朋友，所以一起来学习好不好？ So you can see that I also mentioned that may not happen. I mean, sell in May, go away may not happen. So this is historical data, all right? So what about June? What about June? 所以接下来6月份会是怎样呢？6月份呢，其实美国股票根据它的之前的数据based on the historical data, June will be slow down. June will be slowed down based on the historical data but I'm not sure about this year. I'm not sure about this year. But May, I think all of you know that May US data was really hot. So obviously market will go up and go down. So you have to be careful if you make some good money, it's time for you to take some profit. Put the money in your pocket, and go for holiday, short trip go for holiday because you make good money. 所以我相信你们有些朋友应该是赚很多钱因为每一次我跟你们讲的股票 NVIDIA AMD 都暴涨了几倍所以我每一次讲的话，如果你们有听到的话，有行动的话，你们就赚翻了你们就赚翻了所以希望说这个研讨会你们可以赚一些钱，也是希望说你可以用我们的户口来操作因为 你们这样的做法的话是双赢啊，所以我提供这个资料给你们，然后你们用我的户口来trade的话，其实是给我一个推动力，还有给我的团队一个推动力，不然的话我们就没有精神没有力啊，你明白吗？所以我们也是要吃饭的我们也是有家庭要照顾的，所以希望说如果你有收益的话你可以用我们的户口来操作，好不好？So June, okay, basically a bit slow down, all right, probably, okay, that you need to take notes, okay, because May the market already shoot up a lot, all right, so it makes sense for you to take some profit and go for a short trip, okay, so that you can keep the money in your pocket 啦，所以华语我们讲就是应该套利一些，如果你赚很多钱是吧？你应该套利一些，然后把你这个钱放进你的 pocket 里面烧烧这个就是普通话你会听吗 ？Alright, so I did mention about this data as well, right? So this data usually in May, right? S&P 500 are positive return 每一次这个S&P 500每一次在5月份都是这个都是有赚钱的除了2019年只有一次是没有赚钱的其他年份呢在5月里都是赚钱的 alright, so that's why I say don't listen to the news, okay, always refer to the chart, okay. I hope you can what we call that, see, okay, what I have been showing you okay, because if you look at the chart it is the real data, okay, it will not go wrong if you look at the real data, all right. Okay, so what about debt ceiling? Okay, debt ceiling was a hot topic previously, but the market don't care about this issue. Why? Because they know that this issue is going to be resolved before the deadline. Okay, so that's why the market don't care. So this issue is almost what we call that settled, because Biden and the Speaker of the US House has agreed the term. Now they are working on the details, right? So I don't see any big problem, okay, and therefore therefore that's why May market was shoot up. So what is debt ceiling, which I already explained in my previous webinar? So to benefit the new member, I believe some of you are new member. So debt ceiling 的话，其实是美国债务上限危机了所以这个美国债务上限危机它每一次都会调高，因为他们借太多钱了，所以美国人或者是西方人他们喜欢借钱来消费跟我们的中国朋友的想法都不一样我们喜欢收钱收钱，然后留给下一代，收钱留给下一代每一次说我很努力做工就是要收钱给下一代，可是你的下一代也是很努力做工，还是要留给下一代永远没有改变了所以为什么这个美国人西方人他们很享受人生就是这样原因所以跟我们的 culture 不一样所以我也是希望说可以学他们要享受人生，所以that's why我跟大家分享说，如果你有赚钱的话，可以套利，然后去旅游了不要收太多钱就是说能用的话自己用，好不好？And this is to show you that the Chinese government, all right, has reduced the bond, US bond, all right, significantly, okay, as compared to the past 30 years. So if you look at this deep blue color, all right, that was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, the Chinese government bought a lot of the US bond, all right. But if you look at the figure right now, 10 years later, the light blue color, okay, the Chinese government has reduced the bond, US bond significantly. Reason is because that they don't want the USD, all right, to be stuck because they can see that once the country go against the US government will ban the US dollar currency of that country, namely Russia. So that's why they also see the what we call that the strategy of the US government. So that's why they are reducing their bond buying. 所以这个数据告诉我们说，其实中国已经把他们的美国债券已经就是说卖出了很多，跟10年前相比的话了因为为什么呢？因为中国政府非常聪明了他们已经看到了这个美国人的大道如果中国人收太多这个美国债券的话，一旦如果美国政府不承认这个美国债券then 你就会损失很多钱了所以中国政府也是非常要谨慎。And next thing is US government defense spending is the most higher as compared to the other countries, including China. All right. So you can see that whatever Chinese are doing are always wrong in American people or in American government. So the government of the America, the government party or the opposition party, they are disagree almost everything in policy, but they always agree in one thing, okay, is to against the Chinese government. All right. So you can see their US defense spending reached 732 billion as compared to many other countries. Okay. So you can see that they always accuse Chinese government spending too much on the defense. 所以这个是国防开支你可以看到为什么美国政府一直要卖这个美国债券一直要借钱出去其实他们拿来做什么呢？他们就是拿来买就是开发这个国防的开支 all right, so that they can continue to be a number one country in the world. Okay, number one country in the world. Right. So who are they? So basically, the Republicans are the one that refused to agree on the debt ceiling previously. All right, but now they are already agree. Okay, and then they are actually sorting out the details. All right. So Republican 的话，其实是 under 这个Donald Trump 特朗普。OK， 所以特朗普的团队其实是包括这些the House Speaker of the US， 所以他们每一次在就是说政府的这个美国政府的策略他们都是唱反调的可是唯一一个重点他们同心合力就是要搞中国政府就对了 ，OK， 所以我们接下来就会看中国政府如何应付他们的攻击。So that is why debt ceiling almost settled. Okay, I don't see any big issue right now for the debt ceiling. So the next thing we take a look the index performance. Okay, so the index performance. So if we look at the Singapore market, okay, Singapore market is selling down, all right, is selling down, okay. A lot of people ask me, okay, why Singapore market is selling down. So you have to understand, okay, Straits Times Index is being formed by the 30 component stock, okay, and Singapore Bank, the weightage in the Straits Times Index is actually 46%. So if Singapore Bank drop, if the price drop, then STI index will drop 所以海指这个指数其实是由这些30只大股所组成的。And 新加坡的银行股票占了 46%， 所以如果新加坡股票尤其是银行股有大跌的话 那孩子这个指数也是会跟着大跌哦。所以今天是什么大跌呢？有可能就是银行股了哈。等一下我们看一下哪一只银行股在大跌哦，好不好？So we can see that the STI index actually reached the support level, okay? And probably if they continue to drop further, then maybe the next support level will be 3,100. So if they drop further, this is good news lah, so that we can buy more. Alright， 所以之前我有跟大家说的话，就是它不上不下哦，没有什么跌的话，我们会比较难买。如果它跌比较多的话，我们比较容易买哦，因为便宜嘛，所以便宜的话，我们买进是最好的时机。哦，比如说好像是10月份的时候，它有大跌哦，你还记得吗？10月份我有跟大家说，哎，一定要买进比较好的公司的股票，尤其是银行股那些哦。如果你有10月份买进，然后在2月份卖出的话，OK，then 你就赚钱。如果你持股的话，其实是并不是赚钱，可是如果你买 dividend 股票的话，那就没有关系了。All right. So what I mean is that, okay, if you buy during the October periods, all right, then you're supposed to make money when you sell in May. Sorry, you sell in February, right? But if you buy in October and then you keep holding, all right, then you may see that your profit is dropping, all right? So depends on your objective, okay? If you are buying for price appreciation, then you must know when to sell. But if you are buying for dividend and basically you no need to worry about the price fluctuations. All right. So look like Singapore market is pretty weak. Oh, it's pretty weak. Okay. So although last week they went up a little bit, but this week they sell down a lot with the volume. Can you see? All right. The sell down, okay, consists of the big volume, right? So that means the sell down is very aggressive. OK， 所以我们继续的观察明天会是怎样。所以你可以看到这个量哦，今天卖出的量是很高，所以有可能孩子这几天接下来的话还是会转弱哦。But 是一件好事啊哦，因为股票越便宜越好。在新加坡的话，我们的新加坡的公司是非常优秀的。所以如果你能在低价买进的话，其实是会比较赚钱的哦。所以我们再看接下来会是怎样。All right, so it's pretty obvious the selling is aggressive today, right? With a very big volume as compared to the other days. All right, so we just need to be careful lah. Okay, but it also gives us opportunity. And followed by S&P 500. Okay. So basically S&P 500, like what I mentioned previously, the bottom was October and then the price continued to rebound. And although the price pull back, but they never pull back or never sell down, what we call that, as low as the previous low. Okay, so you can see that the price is actually sloping up. The price is actually sloping up, mean that the investor are willing to pay higher price for the US market. Okay, is willing to pay higher price for the US market. So congratulations if you managed to buy in October. Okay, so if you buy in October, I believe you are making good money as well. So 我们先看S&P 500哈 ，S&P 500的话，到目前为止来说，它没有这个走弱的现象哦，它还是属于蛮强的 ，OK。但是它已经就是说到顶，就是说进入这个超买区哦，进入这个超买区。所以如果是进入这个超买区的话，这个套利的现象或者是套利的状况，有可能随时都会发生，所以也是要谨慎一点。所以在酒吧 interview 的时候，我每次会就是说建议大家套利一些28%也好，38%也好哦，就是说因为美国市场已经到顶哦，到顶 或者是进入这个超买区了哦。所以如果你是看这个 RSI indicator 的话，RSI indicator 的话是差不多要到这个78%哦，还有一点空间呢哦，还有一点空间。所以你可以看到这个 RSI 哈、哦，其实是在58%以上。所以如果它的 RSI 一直走在58%以上哦，证明说这个美国市场还是属于蛮强的。OK， 所以而且我也是跟大家分享过哦。S&P 500，尤其是美国市场已经进入了这个牛市哦，因为它已经突破了这个之前有跟大家分享过，你还记得吗？OK， 它有突破这个200天的平均线。So US market break through the 200-day moving average previously, right? So you can see that since then the market continued to go up. And if you look at the RSI indicator is always stay above 50%. It means that the US market is still positive, is still pretty strong. Okay, so there's no sign of the weakness yet. But however, like what I mentioned, anything can happen. Oh, anything can happen. So if you look at the US market, is pretty good. All right, everything is so bullish. Okay, but you have to be careful. Anything can happen also. All right, so that's why I always look at the chart to decide when to sell and when to buy. OK， and 接下来我们会看这个纳斯达克 ，OK， Nasdaq is this Nasdaq world indices Nasdaq. Okay, all right. So Nasdaq, okay, is stronger than S&P 500. Okay, very strong, right? So if you look at the price, okay, they are already considered overbought as well, right? Can you see that? Consider overbought, okay, right? And pretty obvious, they are hitting the resistance, okay. So 很明显哦，纳斯达克已经进入了这个超买区哦，而且你可以看到这个纳斯达克的指数哈、哦，它的 RSI 这个 indicator，OK，、也是告诉我们它已经进入了这个超买区，所以套利的状况随时都会发生哦，套利的状况随时都会发生，所以如果你们是做短期或者是中期的话，要谨慎一点了哈，要谨慎一点 ，OK。所以如果它有继续上的话，你可以考虑做短期了哈。所以如果你们之前在很便宜的价位买进的话，其实，看个人了哈，你不要卖出。如果是好的公司的话，当然我们要怎样，就是说决定哦，这个是好的公司，所以你还是要看图表哦。Then 如果你有赚很多的话，OK，你可以开始考虑了哦，套利一些哦，18仙、28仙也好，卖出一些 ，right， 卖出一些 ，OK。所以技术分析告诉我们，它已经超买哦，已经超买，很明显了哦。如果它可以突破的话，OK，有可能，有可能也是不会坚持那么久了哦，因为每个人的做法都不一样哦。有些人他们已经赚钱，他还是继续的持股，但有些人他就会卖出，所以短期的话，有可能这个套利的状况会发生了哦。All right，but 我之前跟大家分享过，就是美国今年会进入这个牛市。OK，this year, US market, okay, will be a bull market, which I already mentioned last year. Okay, if you still remember, right? And I also explained to you why US will be entering bull market. Okay, if you still remember. Okay, so having said that, bull market doesn't mean that the stock market will keep going up. They will still pull back. no, they'll still pull back. So that's why you have to be careful lah. And when they pull back, it's always opportunity for you to buy. 可以吗? So next is a Hang Seng Index. So Hang Seng Index, I have spoken with my friend and with some of the client, and most of them are very disappointing with the Hong Kong market because the Hong Kong market keeps selling down. 所以香港股市的话，最近我跟一些朋友在聊天，还有跟一些客户在聊天，他们对这个香港市场很绝望，很绝望，很绝望。All right， 那我要跟大家说一个反常人的做法，就是说，当股市或者是当投资者对一个市场很绝望、很绝望、很绝望的时候，那个希望就会出现。所以我的意思是说，OK， 这个香港股市虽然它的股市并不是很明朗啊，最近 ，All right，but 如果你 compare with 之前的高点的话，是在3万 ，OK，then 到目前为止来说是在18000，是属于便宜的状况是属于便宜的状况。可是你们买入的话就是要有耐心的去等啊，尤其是比较就是说优秀的公司。So what I mean is that Hong Kong market is still considered undervalued. Okay, if you compare with the previous high, is almost 31,000 point as compared to the current point is only 18,000. But you have to know that Hong Kong market is pretty volatile. Okay, and then you need to buy and hold for a while before you can see the result. Okay, so that's why you need to have a spare cash to buy Hong Kong share if you wanted to. All right, so like what I mentioned, a lot of people are very disappointing with Hong Kong market, but based on my experience, when everyone is disappointing with the market, then that is when the opportunity will arise. Okay, so you just continue to monitor. It's like, for example, last year, if you still remember, so last year, you see from September to November, the sell down is aggressive. A lot of people very disappointing. All right, that is when the market rebound. So 你可以看到 So just take note, okay? Just take note, all right? And why they are selling down, okay, partly is because the relationship between US and China is not good, okay? So that's why a lot of the foreign investor, they are not buying the China market. So they are buying the US market, okay? So these are the index, all right? So STI index is weak, okay? S&P 500 is overbought, and then followed by Hong Kong is weak, right? So these are the summary for the index performance, okay? So sector performance, it's still the same. Technology sector, it's still the best performing sector. So 我们有这个technology sector, IT 科技股还是 number one, 34%, followed by communication and consumer discretionary. Alright, 所以如果你们要买 momentum stock 的话，通常就是这个3个板块啦科技股 OK， then 其他板块的话并不是很理想尤其是能源去年跑了 OK， 今年他们休息 OK， 所以今年就轮到这个科技股了所以很明显就是说股票会是就是说会容易就是会风水就是轮流转了所以这个钱就是会往哪里跑，就是看那些资产比较便宜的就会往哪里跑 Alright, so before we talk about watch list, 所以在我还没讲这个 watch list 之前，请让我讲这个东西，就是 mastering price action cost。所以这个是我的课程就是 到目前为止还有78%的 subsidy， 还有38%你可以 claim skill future。OK， 所以如果你可以 claim skill future 翻38%， then 你就 attend 这个 course 是免费 ，alright。可是这个课程跟其他课程不一样，为什么呢？因为这个课程不只是讲一些这个技术分析，我也是有包含过这个市场的改变，尤其是这个板块的流动性非常重要。因为板块的流动性如果你一旦你做对的话OK， 你买什么股票的话就比较简单，比较容易。Alright, so this class is basically still under heavy subsidy up to 70%. Alright, so if you can claim the remaining 30% using skill future, you can attend this class for free actually. But this class okay, is different from other class. If you attend other class in outside, probably you need to pay $4,000 or $5,000 cash to other class. Okay, my question to you, if you can attend this class for free, why not? Okay, because overall technical analysis are the same concept, but I can tell you my class is different because I consist or combine the basic financial market so that it will give you the quality trade or investment for your portfolio. So it's different from other class. And if you look at it, all right, there are many testimonial, and it is a good thing that this is not a new class. It has been attended by many class. All right. So you can share this link with your family member, friend, or your loved one, because if this is a good class, why not you share with them? If they are still losing money, basically you are helping them, all right, so that they will not continue to lose money. OK， 所以如果你觉得这个是一个很好的课程的话，你可以分享给你的家人、你的亲戚朋友，或者是你的同事。OK， 因为什么呢？你可以看到我的做法你可以看到我股票怎样做其实是比较安全的做法。所以如果你把这个课程介绍给你的朋友的话，你是不会很担心因为在这边的话我没有乱做你可以看到我的做法是根据这个策略来做 OK， 然后有没有赚钱的话你可以看到 testimonial。 So next we take a look the share buyback recently. Alright， 最近这个 share buyback 的话是由这个 OCBC 银行，还有这个是 UOB 银行 ，and then Food Empire 也是有一点 ，and Nanofilm. So before I go further, right, I just want to clarify that buying share back for the company is a good news, but it does not mean that the stock price will go up So this is a disclaimer. 虽然买回自己公司的股票是一件好事但是并不代表说那个股票会涨所以你要就是说还是要看图表 OK， 还是要看图表来做决定 Alright， so recently the stock watch list OK， let us take a look OCBC, UOB and DBS. We take a look the bank first OK， we take a look the bank first。 我们先看这个银行的股票 OK， DBS今天 DBS 大跌我不知道为什么什么原因but 很明显这个大跌的话come with a huge volume， so 短期内有可能这个DBS 会进入这个调整虽然DBS 是一个很优秀的银行当然如果你们是在非常低点买进的话其实是不用担心所以我现在的解释是纯粹是比较短期或者是中期的观点如果你是在以前很便宜的时候买进其实你是不用担心，为什么呢？新加坡的银行是最安全的新加坡银行是最安全 alright， so but based on the fact okay the investor okay probably the big investor they are selling alright maybe to take some profit okay, so we can see that the selling is aggressive with a very huge volume alright, so DBS is turning weak okay, and then if you are doing short term or midterm, then you have to be careful, right? But like what I explained to you, if you manage to buy at the lower price, you no need to worry. You can keep and collect the dividend. So please don't get the wrong message 了哈。所以我不要就是说导致误会，所以我要解释，如果你是在低点买进，你就不用担心。所以我的解释是纯粹以这个短期还有这个中期的讲法了哈。Alright, so I'm sharing this with you, and then 我们看这个 UOB. Right. So what happened to UOB? UOB, very strange. Okay. This is also a big volume, all right? But the candlestick is pretty bullish. It look like this is the buyer who are buying. OK， 所以你可以看到这个量是很大这个量很大。可是如果你看它的蜡烛的话它并不代表说是一个比较弱的 candlestick， 其实是好像是有这个庄家买入了，好像是但是我不确定，所以我们要观察这个这几天才做出决定。Alright, but overall, Singapore bank is weak. Alright, overall, the Singapore bank is weak. Okay, that means people are taking profit. Reason is because they already went up a lot since 2021. 所以在2021年的时候，它已经开始跑到现在，所以是很合理的如果是它有跌的话，今年是很合理的。为什么呢？因为它是在2021年开始跑的，所以去年前年它已经跑了2轮，所以今年它有跌的话是 normal， OK， 所以有可能这个银行股的话会进入这个调整的状态了And OCBC, right? So we can see that OCBC come with a huge volume as well, right? So pivotly also come with a huge volume. Okay, and if you look at the candlestick, it doesn't look like people are selling. It look like people are buying. Okay, 所以如果你看这个量的话其实它的量，如果你看它的量是很大而且如果你看它的蜡烛的话，可是它的蜡烛并不像卖出的状况好像是买入的状况。OK， 你有发觉到吗 ？Right， so it look like OCBC the investor are buying in, okay, as compared to DBS. Okay, DBS is selling. Right, so we can see that OCBC doesn't look like selling. It look like buying. Okay, it look like people are buying instead of selling. 了解吗 ？OK， 所以有可能庄家是在收票了，这个 OCBC Can and Keppel Corp, right? Keppel Corp 早上有大跌 ，OK， so Keppel Corp this morning was selling, okay, but what happened? Okay, if you look at the price, last minute the price actually went up, okay, and the volume is huge. Are they buying or selling? It looked like people are buying because why? Because this is look like hammer, okay, so last minute people are buying up, okay, so last minute 的话好像是有人买入了last minute 他们买入，因为Keppel Corp 的话一整天就是从早上到下午其实是有人在卖出的但是在最后闭市之前就是好像有人买入的状况，你可以看到它的量其实是蛮大的 OK， 可是我们还要观察观察一下 OK， 明天我们还是要观察 Right， so again Keppel Corp also went up a lot, okay, since 2022. Alright, so the pullback is also normal. Okay, the pullback is also normal. Alright, so it's considered a healthy pullback. I don't surprise if Singapore market entering a correction. I don't surprise alright, because last year they already went up a lot. So it's time for Singapore market to have some rest so that the US market will be moving up lah. Maybe, okay, maybe. Then 接下来的话 SIA。So SIA 的话，当然是因为它的业绩报告很好，而且这个股票的话，从去年我也是讲到现在，所以去年的话，我跟大家分享说，一旦这个中国开放哦，所以旅游业啦，还有这个酒店业啦哦，会看好，所以今年它就失效，今年就开始可以看到这个结果了哦。So if you still remember last year, I already mentioned that the what we call that aviations and then tourism industry will be a booming industry this year. All right, if you still remember 去年你还记得吗？如果你记得的话，你 type yes 一下。If you still remember, I talk about aviation sector and then tourism sector will be a booming sector this year. You still remember, please type yes, okay, in the chat room. Let me know, all right, so that I can, what we call that, all right, SIA, and then followed by SATS, okay, SATS, why it dropped, okay, so SATS 的话，为什么这几天大跌？是因为它的业绩报告，有亏钱 ，OK， 有亏钱 ，SATS，可是并不是一个很大的问题啦，因为我们每个人都知道为什么它亏钱呢？因为它是去买入一家很大的公司，所以它用到很大的资金了，所以那个只是一次性的亏损，一次性的亏损 ，All right， so I think that is an opportunity, okay, when a good company the price drop, okay, is always a good opportunity, right? So you can see that the support level is pretty obvious, $2.54. So we can see the price hit $2.54, they continue to rebound, right? They continue to rebound. 所以如果你们要买 for 中期的话，其实是可以的。你可以买进少许啦，如果它有跌的话，你再继续买 is okay, because overall this is a good company lah, I consider, right? So the next support level, if they continue to drop or break below the support level, so the next support level will be $2.38. 所以如果你要买的话，你又怕整个市场不是很好，其实你可以分批买进，分批买进 ，all right? So you can buy in the stages like if you like this company, okay? If you like this company, you can buy in the stages. All right, and then 扬子江 ，okay? 扬子江，所以扬子江的话，最近它是有突破 ，OK， 这个 trend line， 可是今天的话，有点失望了因为今天的话，它开始跌破这个 trend line。如果它开始跌破的话，并不是很好嘞，所以如果它明天继续下跌的话，有可能会跌回这个1块1毛7，有可能啦因为今天的币市123的话，其实是一个支撑所以如果这个支撑如果明天跌破的话，你就要小心一些 ，all right。所以你可以看到，其实整个市场的话比较弱的SDI 比较弱 ，OK。And Keppel DC, so Keppel DC is still okay, right? And recently it actually pulled back also. Let us take a look. So Keppel DC is still okay, right? So if you take a look. Right, so today with the big hammer as well, so you can see that last minute people are buying, okay, last minute people are buying, all right. So overall it's still considered uptrend, all right, overall it's still considered uptrend, okay. And then the recent pullback is actually give us opportunity to buy all right. So it's still in my watch list. And then Sembcorp Industry is the best stock so far, OK， 所以 Sembcorp Industry 的话 so far 是一个最优秀的股票 ，Alright， 所以你可以看到银行股大跌，其实 Sembcorp Industry 没有跌哦，这证明了什么呢？这个证明了哦，庄家没有出场，庄家还在里面哦，所以你可以看到它的 pattern 哦，其实是好像这个爬楼梯的 pattern 哦，爬楼梯的 pattern 意思是说哦，这个庄家一直买进哦，从这个高价一直买进，一直收票，一直买进，一直收票。虽然孩子还有银行大跌，可是它没有跌哦，它就是告诉你说买它，你明白吗？这个就是一个讯号。OK， 所以股票其实会跟我们沟通啊。如果你会看得懂的话，哦，如果你看不懂的话，then 有可能就会亏钱。所以这个都是用这个经验累积的哦，所以你需要经验去体验呢。So what I mean is that okay, it looked like the investor, all right, is not selling. Okay, they are still inside because if you compare with today's situations, DBS and STI is dropping, but this stock is not dropping, but in fact people are still buying. Okay, so they are telling you something. They are telling you please buy him. Okay, so if you can communicate with stock, okay, then you should be able to make some good money. All right. So congratulations if you make money for this stock. Okay, I talked about this stock since last year and the price never, sell down. Okay, they keep going up. Okay, they keep going up. All right, and followed by Food Empire. Food Empire 今天有跌，所以你要小心 Food Empire. All right. So you have to be careful Food Empire. All right, because the price actually dropped below $1. I did mention that if the price drop below $1, you have to be careful already because this doesn't look like profit taking. It look like people are selling, okay, or distributions. All right, people are distribute or selling. Okay, so if the price continue lower, okay, then you have to be careful. 所以这个 Food Empire 的话，之前是上升趋势的股票，也是涨了差不多122%，而且这个星期它开始继续的跌，这个告诉我们说庄家有可能在离场 ，OK？ 因为为什么呢？这个1块钱的支撑已经跌破了，所以你们要小心哦，你们要小心，如果它明天继续下跌的话，那你就要更加小心了 ，Alright？ So be careful. The food sector in Singapore begin to turning weak as well. Right, so you have to be careful lah, huh? And then next is Delfi, DELF. Right, so Delfi also selling down. Okay, all right. So Delfi is also selling down. So the support level is somewhere here. 1345. Okay, nice number. All right, but if the price continue to go lower tomorrow, then you have to be careful as well. All right, so overall the food sector in Singapore is turning weak also. Reason is because they went up so much already. 所以股票有上就有下哦，所以你可以看到庄家有可能离场啊，哦，这样的状况的话 ，All right， 如果它的股票继续下跌。OK， 所以你们要注意一下，好不好？可以吗 ？And then 接下来是 Top Glove。OK，I talk about this stock. Top Glove is quite interesting, but is volatile. OK，所以 Top Glove 的话，这个股票哈，其实我是有看好，可是它的波动会比较大哦。你可以看到它跌的时候，它也是跌很多。OK，跌很多，所以你要懂得几时出场或者是几时套利了。But overall, the top glove stock, right, they already break through the 200-day moving average, and you can see that the price keep continue going up. Okay, higher high. Okay, higher high. All right. So this is a good sign, so that means people buying interest are coming back for this stock. Maybe are coming back for this stock. All right. So you can see they didn't drop aggressively as compared to the previously. All right. So it looked like investor interests are coming back for this stock. Okay, so you can put this stock into your watch list. Okay, ma. So let me know what is your stock. Okay. All right. SATS. Why at DBS drop? Yeah, I already explained just now. PropNex. Let me see, PropNex. All right. All right, PropNex. So PropNex is also selling a bit today, but the support level is here. Okay, 104. All right, 104. So this is it look like they are moving in a box. So it look like they are moving in a box. Okay, so when they move in a box, there are two scenarios. Okay, either breakthrough, or the other one is break below support level $1.所以两种状况哦。所以如果它走横盘的话，是有两种状况，一就是突破 OK 1毛2，或者是跌破这个support level 1块钱 ，right？ But overall 的话，有可能它会进入这个sideway 的状况 ，OK？ 有可能它会进入这个 sideway 的状况 ，right？ Genting, we take a look Genting, alright. So Genting, the support level is still $1, okay? So I still monitoring, alright, because $1 support level is important. If the price break down, okay, if the price break below support level, then you have to be careful, okay, because most of the stock are breaking down, okay, and then the volume is also big also. So I'm not sure this volume is a buy volume or sell volume. I'm not sure. So 明天的话，我们会继续的观察了哈。因为为什么呢？因为1块钱哦，其实是一个非常重要的支撑。如果这个1块钱有跌破的话哦，那你就要小心哦，有可能庄家在出场啊哦。所以如果它可以维持在1块钱上面的话，还 OK。所以我们要继续的观察，好不好？Nano. Right. So how do you think about nanofilm? Okay. Nanofilm also pretty volatile, all right? But however, every time when they touch the support level, they are always rebound. Okay, they are always rebound. But if you look at the price right now, right, they are also hitting the support level. Okay. 所以我们要继续的观察啦。如果明天它有继续跌的话 ，OK， 1块4毛2有可能是有机会进场的，就是说状况 ，OK， alright， so maybe if they pull back and hit the trend line support level 1.42 or yeah 1.43, okay, 1.43, then maybe it give you an opportunity to enter, right? So we can continue to monitor, all right? So again, apologize to everyone first. I may not be able to analyze all of your stock, okay? So just be what we call it, be careful. I mean, just take note, okay? GE. Long time never see this stock, okay? So they went up so much, right? So obviously this stock already overbought, okay? Obviously this stock is already overbought, all right? How much can they go? Let me see. All right, so this is a previous high, okay, 187. still have a great potential. Okay, I think. So the resistance was 84. Okay, the resistance was 84, right? So once the price break through 84, the price continue. Okay, so now the price is considered overbought, right? So probably profit taking may happen, but if the profit does not happen, then this stock is considered pretty strong. Okay, the reason why is because that the people are not selling, so they are keep buying. All right, so every time when they pull back, okay, so every time you pull back, it always gives us the buy entry point. All right, so yeah, so it's quite interesting because long time never see this stock. Okay, right. So thank you for sharing. Any other stock? Would you mind advising Malaysia stock YTL Power? YTL Power. YTL Power. What code again? 6742. 6742 YTL Power. Right. Okay. Interesting. All right. So this stock is very bullish. Okay. Let me see. Surprisingly, because overall the Malaysia market is pretty weak, but this stock is so bullish, right? This stock is so bullish. Okay. And what happened is this is that, yeah, right. So there's no sign of weakness yet. Okay, there's no sign of weakness, or probably the profit taking may happen like this one. Okay, but overall the stock is very bullish. Okay, overall the stock is very bullish lah. All right. So maybe you can use a 10-day moving average. Okay. All right. For your profit taking. Okay. So maybe you can, yeah. So this, for example, profit taking. Okay. This one, right? So now it's still pretty bullish. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. So thank you for sharing. All right. So you might want to take some profit if you bought. Okay. So if not, if you have not bought yet, maybe you might want to wait for the pullback. So I will choose randomly for the stock. Okay. So please bear with me. All right. In fact, there are not much stocks. Okay. UPST. Upstart. Okay. All right. Upstart is a very high risk stock. Okay. It's also a momentum stock, right? This stock, okay, basically will went up or going up when US market is very bullish. Okay. You see, US market is bullish, all right? So that's why this stock is going up. But what I mean is that you have to be careful, okay? Because if you look at the price, right? If you look at the price, you know, there are few areas that you need to take note, all right? Okay. So the price is actually hitting the resistance, all right, from this area, okay, this area, all right? So if you are buying this stock, congratulations to you, all right? So it's a speculative stock, okay, because they are not making money. It's a considered speculative stock. So you just need to be careful, must know when to take profit, huh? Ken? All right. So let me take a look other stock. Franken. Okay, what happened to Franken? So Franken is the weakest stock in Singapore for semiconductor, all right? 所以 Franken 的话其实是比较弱一点，如果你是 compare with 这个 AEM 或者是 UMS 啦，哦，通常的话我不会，就是说我不会去动这个股票，因为如果你是有 UMS 的话 ，AEM 的话，其实你要看的话就是这个两只 AEM 或者是 UMS，OK，所以 Franken 的话会比较难做一些，OK。But if you look at the price view day, the price is actually turning down, all right? Short term is downtrend, okay? Short term is downtrend, okay? Will they rebound? Unlikely, all right? Because you look at the price is still pretty weak, okay? If you look at the price, it's pretty weak because why? Because the semiconductor is booming, but Franken is not moving, okay? So usually we will not touch these stocks 哦。所以如果你要看的话，最好是把 AEM 或者是 UMS，OK。So if we take a look, AEM, all right. So AEM, very obvious double top, okay. Then profit taking, and followed by this few day, maybe profit taking may happen as well. 所以这几天有可能这个套利状况会出现了哦，尤其是 semiconductor，因为美国 semiconductor 也是涨很多，AEM 是新加坡 semiconductor，所以这几天的话，你可以看到这个套利的现象也是出现。So as long as if the price can continue to stay above the 200-day moving average, I think it's still okay. So this is a 200-day moving average. I'm not sure how are they going to move. Probably stay for a while and then rebound, or are they going down back? So there are two scenarios, okay? When they hit support level, touches 200-day and then rebound, or they break down the below support level. All right, so you can continue to monitor UMS, right? So previously the price was hitting the support level, all right? So using price action, you are able to identify the very nice entry point. So this is what I mean, entry point, that we don't buy now, we buy when the price near the bottom. Okay, so this is what we buy. This is how we do. Okay, so next thing is UMS. So when is the dividend? Dividend is 12 July. Okay, dividend is 12 July. It also went up. Okay, and when is a support level? $1.10. All right, $1.10. Okay, so obviously, UMS is also very volatile. Okay, very volatile, and the recent rebound is because of the US semiconductor. So that's why they are rebound. So usually the UMS and AEM, all right, if you want to buy, you buy when the price pull back. Okay, when the price pull back a lot, okay, then you can consider, all right. But you must also know when to sell. Okay, you must know when to sell, because the characteristic of this stock, right? The investor are buying and then they are selling. They don't usually keep. Okay, they buy and sell, they buy and sell, right? So that's why you can see that if you buy at March, if you don't sell in April, then the price continue to drop. So if you buy on May, so now almost reaching the resistance, you might want to consider take some profit, right? So that's how we normally do. Okay, so Eunice mentioned you were going to highlight the tech stock already to bull run based on the title of your banner, but you only talk about CRM. Hey, Eunice, okay, you forgot I also talk about AML, all right? So that's why I explain, okay, to every one of you, I will cover, okay, one stock on 1 week. So Eunice, if you attend my previous webinar, I talk about the other stock, AML. Okay. So the rest of you who listen to me, all right, can you comment, okay, in the chat room and let Eunice understand? 可以吗? So Eunice, okay, please, all right, listen, okay, if you can, you attend in the rest of the webinar, okay? So thank you, Stephen. Okay, thank you, Lynn. All right, yeah, I did mention 2 stock, okay, but in different week because the topic is too long. If I cover 2 stock in 1 week, which I did explain, all right? So don't focus too much on the title, huh? Focus more on the content. Singtel, okay, we take a look Singtel, all right? So what happened to Singtel? Okay. So Singtel is not moving also, okay, but I keep telling every one of you the best price to enter is $2.34。所以Singtel 这只股的话，虽然它是上不多，可是每一次如果它的价格有跌到2.3毛4的话，其实是一个很好的价位买入了哦。其实现在的状况，其实它是不上不下的状况 ，all right。所以你可以看到它是有回调 ，OK， 2.4毛4 ，OK， 过后它就会就是说它 next resistance 是差不多是2.6左右 ，all right。所以这只股票的话会比较慢一些 ，OK， 通常是买来收这个股息的啦，哦。所以如果你要买来赚它的差价的话，会比较慢一点。So is utilities sector, so that's why the utility sector is not is considered a what we call that defensive sector, okay？ 所以比较保守的这个板块。所以如果你要买来赚它的差价的话，会比较慢一些，通常是买来收股息了 ，right？ AI, okay, AI, all right. So AI is the most bullish stocks recently, okay, most bullish stock. So based on my previous drawing, okay, so I did indicate that the buying price was somewhere around $17.70, okay, when the price touches the 200-day moving average. So that is supposed to be a entry point near the bottom lah. All right. So that's why if you can, all right, try to learn how to use the price actions. Okay. The most importantly, to identify the best entry point and the exit point. Right. So if you look at the price is super bullish. Okay. When the price is super bullish, okay, what will happen? Again, profit taking may happen. Okay. If you look at the price here, all right. So the price is actually hitting the 主力，所以你可以看到它的价格现在的状况是，就是进入这个超买区，而且它的主力其实是在差不多是在43.6毛8哦，就是昨晚闭市的价位。所以今天有可能这个AI 的话会出现这个套利的状况，会出现这个套利的状况 ，right？ So it's a interesting stock. So my suggestion to you, if you want to buy, don't buy now, okay? Now is the profit taking. You wait for the pullback. So you can see each time when they pull back, they always rebound. Each time they pull back, they always rebound, all right? 可以吗？所以股票有上就会有下 ，all right? Amazon, Google, okay? Amazon, AMZN, right? So Amazon is still right. So it's still pretty strong, okay? But you can see that most of the US stock, they are hitting resistance. Most of the US stock are what we call that overbought, okay? Are overbought. If I show you the index, if I show you the index, Nasdaq, right? Okay, Nasdaq component, yep, supposed to be this one. Nasdaq component is considered overbought as well. 所以整体来说，这个纳斯达克已经进入这个超买区。你可以看到它的阻力差不多是13000呢，13100。跟之前相比的话，去年8月它的高点是13000。有可能套利的状况会发生 ，OK，but 我相信，今年它会突破有可能，我相信它今年也是会突破这个阻力了。But 如果是短期的话，有可能这个套利的状况会发生。Alright, so profit taking may happen tonight, I think. Okay, and then Google GOOG. Google GOOG. Right. So again, Google also went up. Okay. So these are the stock that went up strongly. Again, you can see also hit the resistance as well. It's pretty obvious lah. Every US stock is expensive right now. OK， 所以如果你没有跑的话，有可能别人先跑 ，right？ 所以，我的 advice 还是 take some profit 了哈。So my advice is still take some profit, alright? Don't be so greedy, okay? Anything can happen, alright? When you take some profit, it's always good because you are not selling everything. Okay, when you take some profit, if the price pull back, okay, you still have some money to buy. Okay, if the price continue to go up, you still have some holding. Okay, so sell. If you take some profit, will never go wrong. Okay, take some profit will never go wrong. Right? 还有什么呢？Samudera Shipping, Samudera. Let me take a look. Samudera is quite interesting. The price didn't really drop this few days. Okay, so Samudera, the price didn't really drop. Right, it's quite interesting. Okay, it looked like there is a setup opportunity. Okay, the 90 cent is quite considered a support level. Okay, the 90 cent is considered a support level, and overall the price is still considered uptrend. Okay, but in short term they are turning down. Okay, so let us see. All right, because the price is considered sloping down. Okay, so when the price is considered sloping down, it means that the buyer interests are not coming in yet. Okay, the buyer interests are not coming in yet. All right, so we might want to monitor. Okay, we might want to monitor this few days. Ethereum and Baba, okay, Baba US. So like what I mentioned, overall, China and Hong Kong market is pretty weak, okay? So that's why it's very obvious Baba also turning weak, all right? So you can see it's pretty obvious. If you know the price action, you know when to take profit, all right? 所以如果你看到这个阿里巴巴其实如果你会使用这个 price action 的话，其实你之前 就懂得在什么时候卖出套利。有可能你之前懂得3次卖出的话，你都赚3次。如果那些人不懂的话如果他之前虽然买在低位了他到现在为止来说也是赚了不多。Okay, because you can see the price actually drop aggressively, all right, from the recent high, no, from the January high. Okay, they dropped around 33%. But like what I mentioned, when a lot of people are disappointed with Hong Kong market, so what will happen to Hong Kong market? Probably it's maybe a time for you to take a look Hong Kong market. Okay, 所以很多时候当你对这个市场很绝望的时候，那个时候它就会开始反弹。 Alright, so it's always like that. So you might want to take a monitor. Okay, and then if you have some spare cash, you might want to consider to buy in some good company. Alright, but you must know when to sell because Hong Kong market is very volatile. It's different from US market and it's different from Singapore market. Okay, 可以吗？ Alright, so maybe last thought. Okay, Nvidia. Okay, we can take a look Nvidia. Alright, so Nvidia profit taking last night, so that's why I say you have to be careful if you manage to buy this stock. Okay, because profit taking is happening last night. Okay, so 你可以分批卖出啦你不需要卖到完，如果你有买在低位的话。So if you manage to buy at the bottom, alright, very cheap, okay, my suggestion to you is that you still take some profit, maybe 10% or 20%, alright, or 30%, okay, although they are new high. Okay, so they are new high. Okay, and you can see that the price is sloping up, okay, aggressively. Okay, and like what I mentioned, is very rare. Okay, and profit taking may happen as well. So if you take a look AMD profit taking was happening last night. Okay, AMD profit taking was aggressive last night. All right, so we will see how. Okay, if the price continue to go lower, then obviously you know, profit taking is continue lah. Okay, probably we'll see how tonight. Okay ma, so semiconductor was a bull run. Okay, this year, right, in terms of the technology stock. Okay, so if you look at my watch list, okay, semiconductor is always there in my watch list. All right, it's like something that I know but you didn't know, so that's why I want to share this, you know, secret to every one of you in the price actions. Why I can see but why you cannot see. Now the semiconductor stock, which I already mentioned since last year. Okay, if you have attended my webinar, all right, so you have to ask yourself why I can see but you cannot see. Okay, so that's why I encourage every one of you to attend the price action class and then to see from yourself, okay, what are the knowledge that you need to pick up. Okay, so next thing is okay, energy, although energy is not performing, but there are some stock, okay, minority stock, like for example YZJ SG, it's still pretty strong. Okay, and then the technology sector like Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Netflix, they are outperforming. Okay, and 太阳能的话 okay, is profit taking. Aviations, okay, BA, Boeing, and then followed by AI. AI is high risk. Okay, may not be suitable for everyone 人工智能这个 AI 股票是美国上市，但是不是每个人都可以操作这个股票，因为它是 consider high risk, right? But 你最重要是能看懂这个图表的话，来买进 我觉得还是 OK， 好不好 ？All right. And Hong Kong stock, okay, these are still very weak, but I noticed this stock trip.com 9961 are picking up 9961. All right. So 9961 are picking up with the huge volume. It's look like the investor are buying in, all right? And the price also pull back nicely. It's a healthy pullback. So that's why I say it always gives us opportunity when the market pull back. 你不可能在这边买进是吗？你不可能在高点买进，因为为什么呢？因为当然我们希望说是在低点买进。So if you think this is a good company, you buy in the stages. Okay, don't buy everything at one go. All right. So it looked like, okay, today closing, investors are buying in aggressively, right? But will they rebound immediately? We do not know. So that's why, okay, you buy in the stages. Can 分批买进. All right. What about Ping An? Okay. Ping An also hitting the support level. All right. Ping An also hitting the support level. Okay. So will they rebound immediately? We do not know. I also do not know. So if you like this company, you can buy in stages, buy in slowly. Okay. Why? Because overall Hong Kong market is still undervalued. It's still very cheap. All right. It's just a matter of time. Okay. Maybe it's because US market is bullish. Okay. Everyone rush in to buy US market. Okay. And then maybe they ignore the Hong Kong market. Right. 可以吗? All right. So that is the Hong Kong watch list. Okay. Next. Okay. So 2021 suggestion, if you still remember, all right, I always advise you, do not look at the news, okay? Always look at the price action and then look at the chart to identify when is the buy-in opportunity, all right? And when is the buy-in opportunity by looking at the chart. So if I ask you, if you always look at the news, there are a lot of bad news, okay? Debt ceiling, high inflation, high interest rate, you read the news, you don't dare to buy already. But if you look at the chart, okay, there are many stocks that are shooting up, okay? Recently, it's basically, based on the chart to identify the entry point. So the problem of the retail investor is always look at the toxic news. So when you look at the toxic news, what happened? You become fearful 啦。所以如果你看太多的新闻的话 ，OK， 那就会导致你更害怕，不敢买入股票 ，OK， 所以这个是很大的问题。所以很多这个散户他就是有这个阴影而且他们不敢买入这个股票，当这个股票很便宜的时候，可是他们很勇敢就是说股票已经涨了很多的时候，他们就一蜂窝的买进。So for example, the US stock, a lot of the retail investor, they don't buy in May because they read the news, sell in May, go away. They don't buy. So when the US market showed up a lot, they only buy this week. Okay, when this week they buy, that is when the US market begin to profit taking. Do you realize that, right? So my suggestion to you, okay, the solution is always price actions. All right, why? Price action actually allow us to identify to buy near the bottom, okay, or buy when the price begin to move, okay, because we don't want our money to be stuck, okay. You can buy undervalued stock, but there are plenty undervalued stock that is not moving. So every one of us have limited money, OK，每个人我们的闲钱是有限的，我们不是巴菲特We are not Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett had a lot of money, so he can buy and wait. For us, we have limited money, so that's why we need to look at the stock that begin to move. We cannot buy the stock that will be stuck. So that's why I choose price actions. Okay, so we can buy near the bottom, near the bottom, near the bottom, or we can buy when the price pull back after breakout. Okay, so this is what I call price action. So why price action? Because they help us to spot the pattern. There are many price action pattern. They allow us to buy. Okay, if the price break down, okay, we will be able to spot the selling. And if you look at the human face also have pattern. So if a human face is happy, all right, then you can talk joke with them. So if the human face is sad, okay, then you don't talk, joke with them. Similarly, for the stock market, if you can identify the chart pattern, okay, then you can take advantage. Why chart pattern is more effective? Because we are looking at the real data. So this is the fact. When you look at the real data, it will never go wrong. Okay, but it is depend on your knowledge and experience. How are you going to interpret, okay, the chart pattern, whether they give you the buy signal or sell signal. So that's why you are here to learn. And what is price actions? Okay, I go further. Okay, price action is actually help you to identify when is the buy signal. You want to buy a strong stock that is uptrend when the price pull back, when the price is cheaper, then you buy. So this is what I call a momentum stock, okay? And it is suitable for the people that have what we call that limited cash, okay? They cannot wait, all right? So they can use this strategy. And beside that, price action also allow you to what we call that, identify the sell signal, which is very important. A lot of people, they know how to buy, that they do not know when to sell. Initially make money, subsequently why they are losing money is because they do not know why they need to sell. 所以很多人用了这个 price actions 他就会懂得几时买进 ，OK， 而且他们也是会懂得几时卖出股票有一句名言我每次用的，会买是徒弟，会卖才是师傅。所以如果你要继续做徒弟的话 ，OK， 那有可能你就会继续的亏钱。如果你要做师傅，你就要上课。All right. So let me share with you the 14 hours training. Okay. Now this is an online class. Why online class? Because online class, you can stay at home to attend the class conveniently. You can prepare your lunch, dinner, and breakfast at your home. You no need to spend time to travel down to the town area to attend the class so that you can save your time.